What up, what up, what up? What's going on, everyone? I gotta say, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. What?
Hey, yo.
What's going on? Oh, I'm feeling great. Right off of a nice 4-day break I had.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's going to neglect to tell you one of those days he had off was because I was paralyzed in bed from a back spasm.
It was unplanned.
So you're welcome in a weird way.
But, I mean, I'll take it.
My pain was your pleasure, and that sounds really bad.
It really wasn't.
That sounds really wrong, actually, so I'm going to pretend I didn't even say that. But
yeah, it's good. I'm still have that anxiety over work, and I looked at my phone earlier today, and my boss texted me a few days ago saying, "Hey, is everything all right?" I'm like, I didn't see that. I'm like, my bad.
Wow, way to go.
I was busy living that life, but of course I'll just text him sometime.
And you're probably working from home tomorrow. Well, today's Sunday, so
yeah, sometime in the morning. I'll just shoot him a text being like, "Hey, Sundays. Everything good? We alive? We alive? We survive." What's going on, everyone? If you are new to this podcast, I am Shadell, joined by my lovely fiance.
Hey, it's Lauren.
And if you are an existing listener, what up? How you doing? Doing great? Doing great. Oh, man. So we got a couple things to get into here. I want to first start off with this. It seems like everyone's passing these abortion bans in the down south countries.
We just getting right into it.
Yeah, dang. Pretty much. Because at this point, I'm like, yo, I really don't want to go down south ever in my life. Seeing how you guys treat women, you're going to treat me a lot worse, I bet. What? Too soon? Actually, it's not too soon. It's right on target.
Oh, my gosh.
So if you're not familiar with it, which you probably aren't, you and everyone else listening here, because I feel like it's kind of going under the radar.
Okay.
So Georgia plans to have what the heck? The article I'm looking at right now is
the Wi-Fi.
On me.
The Wi-Fi is acting up.
So Georgia has an abortion ban that's going in effect January 1st, I believe, of 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was signed on May 7th by the governor, of course. And because of this, so many big companies are like, we're not for this. It can't happen. And I didn't realize this. So many movies that we see and so many companies do business in Georgia. And I guess they call it Yollywood.
Oh.
So to give you an idea, funny. Here's some movies that were made, movies and shows that were made in Georgia. It's a lot. Goddamn ads popping up. So you have Avengers Endgame, Black Panther, Hunger Games, Jumanji, the new one that came out. They have The Walking Dead, Ozark, Stranger Things, Queer Eye. That's just a small list of what.
It's a lot of popular stuff.
Yeah.
Money making stuff.
But that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot Netflix, Disney, so many, Amazon, they're all saying, hey, we're going to leave doing business in Georgia if you're going to pass this because it's affecting our employees.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what are you going to do? Because if that essentially that's bringing in, it looks like $9.5 billion to Georgia. That contributes a lot of their money. And wow. Essentially, Georgia's law is going to be reducing the time when women can get abortions to about 6 weeks, from between 24 to 25 weeks. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay.
That's up until when you could legally do it now.
I see. Man, when I saw this, I was like, that is dope.
Do you know not everybody even knows they're pregnant until after 6 weeks?
Oh, so this is why that's even a bigger deal.
It is a big deal because you have to think of the timeline here, and I'm not saying everyone because some people get the early detection test and all that, but think about it. Okay, I have a missed period, and one, maybe I'm one of the lucky ones that doesn't get a lot of symptoms, but two, even if you get some symptoms, sometimes you're not always immediately I'm pregnant. Also, tests don't always show up super accurate too early on.
Yeah.
It actually takes, I think, a few weeks for the test to even show positive to have enough of the hormone. So for it to be 6 weeks or under, is insane because you basically have to hope that you find out you're officially pregnant in time and then have enough time to schedule it and do it. Like it actually is like it's so short.
That makes
like a lot
sense.
of people sometimes people find out when they're 8 weeks pregnant.
Oh God, and then you ask, well, you got to go to another state and you probably can't afford it.
So that's why it's a thing. That's why it's that's really.
My thing is what? So Alabama goes and pushes this and gets it, and then all the other states are yo, this is working for them. I don't like
it's all these southern states.
They're
all banding together.
I mean, I feel like they were always banding together, Alabama, Georgia, I would love at some point in the future to go to Atlanta, Georgia, but anywhere outside of that, nah, I'm good. I am good.
In Georgia.
I assume there's probably an airport in Atlanta.
Probably.
I think there's.
Yeah, there has to be.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere outside of that.
It's all inclusive, our vacation.
Much. I'm good. I don't want to hear them say, "Hey, boy."
Oh my
what you
god.
doing?
Oh
what
my god.
What you doing with that white girl?
Oh my god. Okay, we're just going the whole other way now. I'm just gonna slowly see my way out now. Bye.
Yeah, I could throw the hard ER right now. I can tell you what they'll say straight up. They're like, yo, why are you holding his hand? Okay.
If you were one to edit the videos, the podcast videos, this is when you would have the thing zoom in on me, my eyes,
man.
He's going there all the way there. Okay.
I'm just telling you, if we're ever going down south, the any place I would go to, it's Florida. Even Florida's kind of touchy wherever you go.
I feel like Florida's fine. A lot of places in Florida are fine.
Trayvon died in Florida.
Yeah, but I feel like the touristy places in Florida.
Oh, the tourist
Miami,
places,
Orlando,
yes.
Fort Lauderdale, all those places. That's where we would realistically go.
Man, I went to La Fontainebleau for my work trip last year.
Yeah, bougie, flaunt it. Yeah,
I saw an ad on YouTube video. I was like, shoot, I was there.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Shoot, and guess what? They treat me like royalty.
Oh. You?
Yo, if you guys aren't watching the video, she's rubbing my arm.
Well, you're the one saying everybody down there.
Hey, boy.
Oh, my God.
Get over here.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Go on, get.
All right. Let's continue.
So I just wanted to touch on that because it just seems wild to me that all these states are now, pushing their abortion ban. And it's wow. And I love that all these companies, these huge companies, not small mom and pops, which is cool, nothing against them, but these big companies that actually matter, that are bringing in that huge revenue to the state. It's nah, we're not doing this. When Disney, Amazon, and Netflix are we're gonna pull back what we're doing in this state. If you're also J.J. Abrams and Jordan Peele, they have stuff happening there. They're we're gonna stop. Man, that's gonna be big, and I hope it does happen. I guess we'll see what happens, because if not, then you'll see when Stranger Things has a new location or Ozark has a new location. Damn. I'm where do you go? Kentucky?
Yeah.
The next thing I want to talk about is, I'm sure we all know, I don't think we covered it on this podcast. It was Jeff Bezos and his ex-wife, which is her name, Mackenzie. I'm not sure what her last name is now, or if she kept Bezos as her last name.
I mean, probably.
Why not? Why not? Ball with that last name,
girl. It's a legal process to have to change your name. Usually it's a headache,
true.
But for celebrities, who knows? It's probably easier.
I wouldn't really call her a celebrity.
Well, for rich people, it's easier.
Yeah,
because for common folk like us, it's a stressful process and it costs money.
Yeah. So essentially, I guess, which doesn't surprise me, but so pretty much there's this giving pledge, which I think Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, they are both a part of. And they've been trying to get Jeff Bezos to do this for a while now, and it hasn't worked out. He hasn't wanted to do it. And his ex-wife went ahead and signed this. So essentially it's a commitment that over time you're going to be giving, pretty much giving them your money. Mm-hmm. So this goes on to say,
Like a charity.
yeah, it's giving like, because it's like, why do you need so much? Like, why do you need all that money?
There comes a point, yeah, when you have so much money.
So it says she signed a letter, giving the Giving Pledge half of her $35 billion in assets, or at least $17 billion, to a charity over her lifetime or in her will.
At least $17 billion.
I mean,
at the very least.
But that's the minimum. Like, come on now. That's crazy when that's your minimum.
Because think about it. $17 billion, even if that's all you have left. Think about how much that is.
That's a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying, is the amount that he is worth, even after the divorce, is sickening. And like, there does come a point when you truly do not need that much. Like, you could literally like feed the homeless in the entire world and still have tons left. Like, like. Well,
and that's the thing, because like I guess for years that he has always declined to sign on for this, and it's just like, damn.
Which kind of is surprising to me, because
really.
Because listen, there are a lot of wealthy people who they do understand the power of giving, and they do make a point to do like some giving to charities, or like do like have that on a regular basis, because they do recognize how wealthy and successful they are. Whether that is for the good of the people or for the, press, which who knows, but, I don't know. It's kind of surprising because a lot of people are good like that with a lot less than what he has. I mean, still a lot more than what we have, but think about it. Even like 50 million is a hell of a lot less than 17 billion. And they're still, contributing and helping.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I guess it's not surprising based on what I've heard of him. Pretty much. He doesn't seem like
he wants to keep, like, I'm sure he probably has a pool full of money that he just jumps into.
Like, dude, we are all. What is that gonna do for you? You could literally have the most expensive funeral in the world, and you're still gonna be dead.
See, and you're
still gonna be with the worms.
And the thing is, it doesn't surprise me.
What does it do for you?
It doesn't surprise me that he doesn't sign this, because wasn't Amazon the person that, like, the company that paid zero in taxes last year? Like,
yeah,
it doesn't surprise me.
Let me tell you, as someone who pays a lot towards taxes,
he knows what he's doing.
In my little itty bitty microscopic business on the platform of businesses. Man. Mine is like a speck of sand, and I pay a lot of taxes.
But you're doing a good thing. You're giving to the government.
But it's and I know that once you get into certain brackets, and once you can make yourself an employee of your company, and there's like different ways that you can get around paying less taxes, because eventually that's what I'm talking about with my financial business coach, that once I get to a certain point, I actually am going to become, I think, a subchapter S or something he was talking about, and like then I'm paying myself a salary, which then makes my tax withholding less, because as I am right now, I pay a lot of taxes.
Yeah.
So there are ways, I understand, like, as you grow, to kind of make that less. But at the same time, I think it is a whole lot of bull crap if you are paying no taxes, especially at that volume. Why are people, even 9-to-5ers, why do they have to pay as much as they are, but you're not? Like, this is where the whole, like, financial wealth and pyramid and how it's built is so skewed, because I do believe the wealthy should be paying more, because it just makes sense. Again, if you get so sickening rich, it doesn't even matter to you. It's like pennies to you.
I want to know if he
and it helps everybody else.
Kids, because that's my next thought.
But here's the thing: even if you have kids, okay, let's be real. Even if you have kids, we're talking tens or hundreds of billions of dollars. Again, an entire household doesn't need that much. Even if you live, on your own island in your mansion and you have a pet dolphin and like all this stuff, you still don't need that much. There comes a point when it is truly excessive. So I tip my hat off to her. I love that it's kind of like an FU to him, which is hilarious. But I think that she's doing a very good thing, because $17 billion is a lot, and that can help a lot of people.
I guess I'm not sure. I'm going based on Wikipedia, of course. But when you look for Jeff Bezos, it says he has 4 kids, and when you look under Mackenzie, she has 1 kid. It says.
Oh,
so
was
maybe,
he maybe either was married before or had someone?
Or maybe they just don't list it accurately because I mean they've been married since '93. Like, so I mean, which. I mean,
he still could. How old is he? He's probably in his 60s or something at least. He could have other children.
He's 55.
Okay, he technically could have other children.
I don't know. You was the one
because that's
93. What is that? Over 20 years?
Like 35 years? No, wait, 93. 25 years. That's how old we are.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm like, wait a minute. That year sounds familiar. No, so 25 years. So 30. Yeah. 3 more kids would be hard in that. Well, you could.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Anyways, like I'm saying, it doesn't matter. Those kids don't need all that wealth either.
I mean, they don't. But I'm like, okay. So let's say if the mom, if her assets like in total was worth $35 billion, she's giving at least a minimum to the Giving Pledge, 17. Okay, then her kids get the rest, and it's split up between 4 of them, assuming that they're all her kids. I'm like, that's interesting. I'm always so curious to know like what people that are like offspring of like these rich people. I'm so curious to know what they're gonna do.
Think about if you had 80 billion and you gave that to 4 kids, they'd each get 20 billion. You're telling me that's still not a sick amount of money? Like, it's like, again, we're not talking like a measly $1 million, which realistically you would still need a job. You can't like live off forever, whatever. But
I mean, I'm not
like
if I don't have to work, I don't want to work.
I understand that, but I'm saying
how much is enough? Give me however much is for me to like ball out. I wouldn't say ball out. We'll live a high lifestyle. And like do what I want type thing. Get a nice house. I feel like
$1 billion is fine.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't know. You got $1 billion for me to test this out? I can tell you.
Because, yeah, like when you get.
Because like I would get like a nice house, a nice car. Like I'd probably live so simple. I say that now, not being in it, but who knows? I may want to have. Well,
that's part of the problem.
Dinners. Chef.
I ain't cooking anymore.
Listen,
and I can hire a chef who can do all my dietary needs, but make the most bomb ass meals. Yeah. That would be amazing, like a restaurant in my own house. That's honestly the first person I would ever want to hire if I had to choose one is a chef.
You don't have a house for a chef.
What do you mean?
Where would you hire a chef at?
No, you're not. Okay, I'm just dreaming here.
I'm
saying if we had money and like we had to choose one person to hire first, like say we were just getting into our money, like I would choose a chef because I just like I don't want to worry. Like tonight, like I'm hungry and I don't know what to eat and I don't feel like cooking and
I do want some Chinese.
And listen, but anyways, because like the next would be a cleaner. But I feel like I would rather clean than have to cook every single night. And like I'd rather have amazing meals every night.
It depends on what your house is for you to say you don't want to clean. Like it depends on how crazy that house is. If we have a
massive,
And like I feel like I would live modestly, but who knows? Like,
yeah, true.
I saw some kid that has a YouTube channel and he was going around his dad's house and I'm like, God damn, this house looks nice.
True. But seriously, I'd love a chef. Oh my God.
Oh man. I don't know. I thought that was super interesting.
I think she's doing a good thing.
Yeah, and I would love to be her son or daughter. Whichever one she would want, I'd be like, hey.
Okay. You need to
put me in that will.
Chill.
Put me in. So I want to move into this next one because I thought it was interesting. I saw this on CBS. We had an episode a few weeks ago where we talked about like suffering through burnout.
For millennials.
I wouldn't even say millennials,
but it was like focused on that.
It was focused on that because of us, because we can relate more with it. But I feel like in general,
you guys love that episode, by the way. Thanks. Like we see you.
Yeah, shout out to everyone that was listening to it.
Seriously, I think that's our most popular episode.
A lot of people dug that one. That one. And I thought it was interesting that CBS, that is official now. This was on, like, you could probably find the video on their YouTube channel if you looked it up. But they go into the workplace now considers burnout a medical condition, and this is like the World Health Organization is adding it in as a medical condition there. And like they were going into it saying how like, yeah, like you're always on, like you have your phone with you, you're like, they pretty much were breaking down what we broke down in that episode. If you haven't listened to it, check it out. It's like with social media and just being always in a 24-hour news cycle. And it was interesting. They gave some of the symptoms to know if you're going through burnout, which was feelings of exhaustion or energy depleting, cynicism related to one's job, difficulty doing tasks successfully. Just a few symptoms there. And it's like we all go through this. I think just this past week, Memorial Day weekend, like right after it, I was like, I really don't want to go into work. I have all these and it's like I don't want to quit because I know this is this is temporary,
and it's a good position for you.
Yeah, it's
like
temporary.
You know, it's a good one. Like you're on a better team now. Like it's a pretty good fit.
And so that's why
it's not that it's awful. But
it's just the current like thing I'm at is just an issue, and it's like okay, I have to like push through it and. Like, I'm mentally, like, exhausted, but it's not enough for me to be like, okay, I got to find a new job because I can find a new job and get paid more and probably not like it and not have the benefits that I have here.
Right.
So it's, like, it's tough. So that's why I had to take, for example, like I said earlier, a 4-day break because it's just like, a 3-day break and it turned into a 4-day break because I'm getting exhausted by dealing with all this. Yeah, I thought that was super interesting. So now I could like tell my boss, which my boss would be fine with it without this being the case.
Yeah, his boss is so easygoing. He's so lucky.
I could just be like, hey, I'm suffering from burnout. I got to take a break.
It's funny though, because you're gonna have to explain it to people because it's so new that like.
Think so though, I really don't.
No, but like
so.
To be.
I think the older
be like,
people,
no, this is really a medical thing. Now look it up. Like people. I feel like.
I think the older people, yes,
yeah.
But I feel like if you're around our age, I'll say 25. I'll even say 30 and under. I feel like you're gonna understand this.
Yeah.
Because this is just the day and age we live in. Like we're not stuck into it being about. Going to work, doing your job, then going back to your family and just hanging with your family. Now it's just like everything. Like you go to work, you work, then you come home and your job probably I was talking to my friends. He took the whole week off this past week, and he was like, he turned his phone off. He's like, just don't text me, don't bother. Like he needed a break, and I'm like, I totally get you.
Lucky. Like, I wish I could do that. And that's the thing is I can relate, but in a different way. And we talked about this. It's like. By trying to grow a business, I'm screwed. Like I'm a one-woman show right now. I don't have a receptionist. I don't have an assistant. I don't have an intern. I don't have anything. So the thought of turning my phone off for a week straight terrifies me because it automatically makes me feel like I'm going to run myself into the ground by not responding to anything or not like being on call or like being there to serve people. So for me, like even when we went to Mexico, like we were lucky because we went in January. I know that by vacationing in January is my like best time to avoid people contacting me. Like it's the time when everyone's like, after Christmas, so they're pushing off their regular appointments with me or it's the new year, they're not quite into booking bridal trials and stuff yet. So like it's slow. So I'm like, I know at least that if we vacation around that time, I can fully like enjoy myself and I don't have to be so on. But like in the middle of the year when I'm in the thick of it, like right now, June is starting with a bang. Let me tell you that. And like, I have so much booked this month and I'm grateful and I love it and it's awesome. But at the same time, I'm still human. And so like it creates stress and exhaustion and it's that always feeling of being on, and like you see it like, that night when like I'm trying to relax, but then I take a call for a client at 8:00. because it was urgent and it was important. You know, like it's one of those that like you're just on. And as I grow, I can kind of create better hours for myself because then I'll be able to hire like a receptionist, intern, whatever, to kind of handle this stuff so I can kind of not be as on. But you still are. It's your baby, you know, and you really don't want anything to get messed up.
Yeah.
So that's my hardest thing is like whenever I talk to other people in business, we always joke how like we wish we could get off social media, but we literally can't because we would not grow as much as we are. We have to be on it. We have to now it's not even a matter of like you can plan your posts and so that can take stress off you. But now it's a matter of you have to like comment and engage on people's posts and you have to DM with people and you have to do your story all the time. And like you have to like there's always something and you have to stay up with it because if you don't, you're falling behind and the next person will. They'll take your spot. Yeah. So it's crazy. It's a lot. I'm like getting stressed just talking about it.
Yeah. I mean,
even today, like we went like bridal party dress shopping and I like added a couple of those things to my Instagram story because I'm trying to be like more personal and relatable with my audience, and two, I'm trying to do stories every day so that it continues to grow my engagement. And so I was like, okay, oh wait, I gotta take a picture of this and post to my story. And I'm like, oh jeez,
I can't do that. Post every day. Like I don't know what I would
really
do with
does.
posting.
I'm telling you though, it does help with engagement. I have noticed, especially when you're consistent.
You don't want to see this ugly face every day.
Yeah, you don't, guys. Don't trust me.
Like I don't know.
In the morning, it's rough, guys.
Oh man,
it's a tough time.
Like I don't know what I would even like do or like say or anything. I'm just ignoring you. I don't know what I would do. Like I don't know what I would post. And that's what I struggle with sometimes too. But then I think about what do I like to see in stories. I'm watching the show.
And the thing is, and someone had said, if you think it's boring, it might be really good to someone else. Like there's someone, she has a productivity business and she had recently put in her story like the breakdown of like her day or like how she made some sort of checklist or something. And to her, she was saying it is monotonous and boring. Like it's just kind of part of what she does and it's like normal. But then she got so much engagement and so many people were like, I had to screenshot that and I have to save that. That's genius. Like whatever. And I mean, you just never know. Like it could literally be something like I try to take pictures of like my makeup setup and like, where I am today and like what I'm doing. And to me, I'm like, it looks pretty much the same all the time, but to another person, they may be like, "Oh, I like how she like puts that in her kit," or like, "I got to remember how to organize that," or like, her setup makes sense, or like, like it, you never know. So it's a very interesting thing to kind of get into. But I do agree that it adds to burnout.
One day.
That's the thing is, even when you love what you do, you can still get burnt out. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you're human. Like, you have to charge and fill your cup. And it's hard to do that when you're in the thick of like constant and when it's involving customer service.
The thing is, I'm starting to like, as far as social media goes, we've been podcasting for, it's coming
2 or 3 months?
3 months. Yeah. 3 months in a week or two. And now I'm starting like on Instagram, get a little dry. I'm not posting as consistently. So now I'm trying to find like...
And you notice.
I'm trying to find like a balance of like what's reasonable.
That's
what I've decided with kind of what works for me is like, okay, weekends, I chill. Especially weekends, you're probably out with your friends. You're not really going on Instagram.
Yeah, I find that. I don't get as much engagement on my weekend posts, but I try to do it every now and then.
What I'm probably... I'm just talking out loud to everyone that's listening. Hey, you're getting some inside talk here. Well, I'm thinking like, okay, Mondays I got like my inspirational post because I'm trying to get motivated. I'm going to share that motivation with everyone else. Tuesdays, podcast goes up. You know what it is. Hey, we're here. Wednesdays, we probably share like a clip of the podcast just to get people engaged, to let you know what we're talking about, some highlight of it. Thursday, probably another clip. Again, just trying to get you interested because it's dope content, right? Am I right? And then Friday, we always have an episode Friday normally. So I'd put up, hey, we have an episode Friday. And then depending on how I feel, I may drop something Saturday with like another clip.
Are you still doing multiple posts a day or you just do one now? Because I know you were doing like one in the middle of the night and then like one in the morning.
Depends how I feel.
Yeah.
Like I try to, but if I don't feel like it works, like Tuesdays and Fridays most likely. But
I do swear by if you do at least once a day, it really does help. However, I've kind of chilled on that. Even I do like 3 to 4 times a week now. I seem to do just because in my world, I'm also trying to post my best stuff, and it's like I could literally do 15 makeup and only really like 2, like think that they're like the good ones to post. So I'm also a little bit limited, like, of what I want. So I want to spread them out rather than, like, you know how people on Instagram, they put, like, you can scroll and see, like, 10 images?
That's way too much.
No, but honestly, I think that's such a waste because you're taking all this different content and squishing it into one, and now you're missing out on new content.
That's the thing. So I've been following a lot of photographers that, like, do these, like, dope shots of, like, someone, and then they like do like effects on it to make it like so much better. And like there's one photographer I follow, and he just did that where he puts like 10 photos in one. And I'm like, I'm getting tired of scrolling. Like, you're putting so many in there.
I mean, granted,
do like 3.
Granted, maybe
4.
for a photographer it's different because when you're a photographer, you have a lot to work with, and it may be easier to, like, if you shoot a wedding, it might be easier to be like, here's the 10 best of that wedding versus like if you flood the feed with all the same people, then people get annoyed.
That makes sense. But for this one I was looking at, this guy just puts like 2 of one person of like the model he was using, then 2 of another model, then 2 of something else, then a video here, and it's just like a bunch of random things.
Oh, that's different content. That's what I'm saying. It would be good to spread it out.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's better for you, honestly, like as the person posting.
Well, as the viewer, I kind of wanted to stop scrolling, but because of myself, I'm like,
the only time I like to do like the scroll is like, for example, now that we've gotten into doing bridal hair too, I'll put like, say, the makeup shot and the hair shot together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. But other than that, I like, say it's a whole bridal party. Say it's 10 people in the bridal party. I still kind of want to separate those.
Yeah.
Because they're different people. Like, you know? But, yeah. See why we suffer from burnout? This is only Instagram we're talking about, okay? This is a whole ass strategy.
Oh, another conversation that we'll still keep on air. I kind of want to order Chinese. Do you want to order Chinese?
Yeah.
I mean, we do have date fund money, you know.
I kind of do.
We could do have date fund money.
I kind of really do. You know, I'm hungry.
Is this a yes? Because if it's a yes, I'm gonna be so hyped. We do have date fund money.
Yes, but I also want to have. Oh, this is the wrong.
And
app.
you could probably reduce something off my order because I don't really need all that. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would help. We're like low key really hungry, guys. So like. This is real right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have a card on here, to be honest.
And then we'll get into our relationship advice. Oh, God. We'll get into relationship advice here.
You want the lo mein gone?
Yeah, as much as I would really want that, but I don't need it. At least not this time. Next time, though.
That's better.
Yeah, but you still gotta tip them.
Yeah, I don't have the card on me.
Well, I don't have my wallet on me.
Well,
if you want to go get yours, I'll keep everyone interested.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I don't really feel like cutting this at all or anything, so that's why I'm just like, hey, why not? Why not, guys? We are currently watching. You'll see this on our Friday episodes. Give you guys some in between, I don't know, behind the scenes info here for the Tuesday listeners. We are currently gonna have, what do you call it? What's that Netflix show called that we're watching? When They See Us. Yeah, we're gonna be having When They See Us, our like recap and what we thought about it coming this Friday. We currently just have one episode that we have to finish watching, and yeah, show is super interesting. I already knew it, so it's like it's nothing that's taking me for surprise.
I didn't.
But like seeing how like
you said it was accurate.
yeah, well, from the documentary and things I've watched, and it's funny now, like all these YouTube videos I saw probably like 5-6 years ago when I was like so interested in this, they're all popping back up on my like YouTube recommended, and I'm like, damn, this is interesting. And I'm happy these guys are finally like getting their story brought to like the mainstream, because before not a lot of people knew it, and the fact that it's being depicted with characters that look pretty like them, like when you look at older pictures and when you look at them, even when they're like the younger actor versus the actual person now that they're older, they look pretty similar. And I thought that was some good casting. I really want to get into my thoughts now of what we think so far, but I'm gonna hold that off.
We have one episode.
Yeah, and
it's
wait
literally
for
late,
Friday.
and we gotta like watch the other episode, and then we have to come back in here and record, guys.
This is what Burnout is.
So for all you guys who for all you guys who actually like wanted us to review it, you're welcome, because I'm at the end of a long 3 days. Okay,
you gotta put that work in.
So
and then we gotta get up
welcome.
and go to the gym and work and all that stuff. Like, oh,
well, I gotta be careful because my back is still not 100%.
I mean, do what you gotta do. I'm going to the gym. I gotta get that workout in. Like, I play no games. Let me know when you're good so I can get into this relationship advice here. What do you want to tip?
I want to see what happens.
What does that mean?
Because they don't see tips.
Huh? What?
Okay, do you not know how DoorDash is like stealing people's tips?
Okay, you're not gonna tip the person?
Because they're stealing people's tips.
I don't care. I don't
So
care
then
if DoorDash gets it or if the person gets it. Just add a tip.
I would rather give them a couple bucks in person.
Okay, if you have a couple dollars, yo, be my guest.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Do it up.
Okay. Keep talking.
Oh my god, man, this is some stuff that we normally would cut out, but I don't feel like it. And hey, we're close, right, guys? What?
This is real life.
Oh man, yeah, because we've been wanting Chinese for like the last couple of days. I'm sure, shout out to all my Chinese lovers out there. Not the people. I just mean the food. Like, no.
Oh my god,
well,
you're
not
something
mean.
else. All right, fine. I'll do the tip on here just to. But yeah.
Oh my god.
But I know that it's a whole thing.
I don't
Guys,
care.
what do you think about the whole DoorDash situation?
No
you
one
think
knows or no one cares.
No, because like people, like Dashers will like say what they're getting, and then people will be like, "Oh, I tipped more than that," or "I like," or like they'll show them on the other end, and like it's some skeevy stuff.
Yeah, I don't care.
Like
I
that
don't care.
ain't cool.
I did my part. I don't care what happens on the other end. It's like me giving money to a homeless person. If they go and do whatever they do with it, that's what you do. I did what I did. I know I tipped.
Just the tip.
I mean,
I dropped my cart.
all right, so I'm gonna hop into this relationship advice here.
Okay, I hear you.
Turn on notifications. All right. So these two I got are super interesting and I feel like kind of relatable, as always. So this one is my 27. This guy's 27 and his girlfriend, which is 26.
Did I put no? Oh.
What would you put?
Did I put no veggies?
Yeah, you put it. It's a saved order.
I did?
You it from last time.
Where?
It doesn't show it there, but
Okay.
You put it from last time.
Okay.
It's a saved order.
I'm trusting you.
I mean, if it doesn't, then you suck it up and eat the vegetables.
No.
So this guy,
sorry guys. Okay, we're back to regular scheduled programming.
This guy goes to say, my girlfriend played a prank on me and is upset that I yelled at her. Sounds like us. The guy's 27, the girl's 26.
Shut up.
Childish behavior.
Who you calling childish? You? Yourself?
Okay, so he goes on to say, I was sleeping over at my girlfriend's house, and she suddenly woke me up at 3 a.m. with this alarm sound blaring. Like, that's the fire alarm. We have to get out. Hurry up.
What the heck?
I was half asleep and effing freaked out and ran outside. And when we were in her backyard, she showed me her alarm sound. It was the effing iPhone. I'm not trying to swear here. I'm trying to keep it PG.
We say everything else.
It is what it is. The loud fire alarm sounding one. No, I didn't realize it sounded fake. I was asleep and thought we were gonna burn in a fire. I yelled at her because I had to wake up for work at 5 a.m. and she ruined my sleep, and it was just over a random pointless joke.
Listen.
We play around sometimes, but this is unprompted. She got quiet and said she's sorry, and I thought she felt bad, so I didn't push it, and we went back inside. Then I left for work a few hours later, and she texted me after saying that he should come over. Wait, this is so mixed up. I left to work a few hours later and text her. Okay, he texted her after to say if he should come over, and then she said no, and I asked her why. And I said, God damn, this guy's so mixed up. And he said that he wanted to see her because he missed her. And he tried sending her some dirty texts. And he texts her exactly this. She says, no, because you hurt my feelings. You did not have to yell at me like that. It was a joke. I thought you would find it funny. And you blew up like an insane person. You are a psycho. I'm honestly scared of you now. Please don't come over. Good night. And then the guy continues on in this post saying, what the F? How am I psycho? She's the one blaring alarms in my ear and making me run out of the house when she knew I was getting up early for work.
Okay, so she's scared of him because he was yelling at her.
Yes.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, what the fuck?
No. No.
Like,
right.
What? Okay, I understand how important sleep is, okay? I struggle to fall asleep, stay asleep sometimes. Like, I don't get enough sleep. Listen, when I get good sleep, I understand.
No.
Okay, so I'm like on his side where I'd be really pissed if I was awoken like that.
I'm not for it. Because...
Wait. I thought we'd be on the same page
I'm
with this.
with you, but I'm saying, like, right off the jump. So if you know I have to go to work and you wake me up at 3 a.m. I have to get up for work for 5. What?
Right. That's what I'm saying. What? I'd be pissed.
There's something deeper to this because it doesn't make sense. I think, how childish can you be?
Well,
because
I mean, there are those people.
If you have a makeup gig, and you have to get up at... Didn't you have to get up at like 6 or something like last week or this past weekend or
5.
something? If I woke you up...
I've gotten up as early as 2.
If I woke you up at 3 o'clock...
Yeah.
Playing around...
Yeah.
Yo, it would be a problem. And
that's
rightfully
what I'm saying.
so. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Who thinks this is okay?
But that's what I'm saying. So we're on the same page.
Well, yeah, we are. But I'm saying, I'm adding to the point. Who thinks this is okay?
Right.
I understand a weekend where it's like you're gonna be sleeping in. You have nothing planned.
No, seriously, I'd be annoyed either way.
But
either way, because
you would be annoyed, but you'd be less annoyed.
Because the thing is, too, it's startling. So when you're startled out of your sleep, you typically have a harder time getting back to sleep. Is the problem? So even if you're sleeping in, here's how it works for me. If I can sleep as late as I want, but in the middle of the night, I wake up and I cannot get back to sleep for like an hour and a half. No matter how late I sleep, I still feel crummy that day because it was just interrupted and it just like, it doesn't matter how late you got to sleep. Like it was just not quality sleep at that point. So I'd be annoyed either way.
No, I don't really
this
care.
person was like really close.
I mean, they're picking up the word. Oh, okay.
They came like they were really close to the restaurant. Oh. So it'll be here soon. Whoop whoop.
I got major issues with this.
Yep. I think it's stupid. I think we're on the same page.
Well, we're on the same page, but there's a deeper thing here where I think you're messed up because I don't know who in their right mind would do this when you normally know I have to go to work. Like, it's far from just a joke. And like some of the other people's comments go on to say, like, you are not a psycho. She can't handle her bad joke that wasn't funny, so she's trying to guilt you instead, which she is by her saying that you're an insane person.
It's like the idea, if you keep poking someone with a stick, You can't expect them to never react.
So it's funny that you add this because I'm going to throw us in the mix here.
I know, okay? I knew where this was going when I said that.
So I'm sure we all go through this. I'm sure I'm not alone. Mm-hmm. But yo, there are times when you hit me and I'm like, stop hitting me. Stop hitting me.
And he means like playfully. So like don't take it there.
And it's like, you hit me a few times and I'm just like, I'm irritated. So I'm just going to hit you back.
And then it's the shock factor and I'm like, what the hell?
Not like to hurt you type thing, but let you know like
to stop.
I'm not for play.
Right. But it makes sense, okay? Like you can't keep doing something to someone without a reaction. It's the same thing mentally or emotionally. You can't keep like, say you're like degrading a person and insulting them like day after day after day. There's gonna come a point where they're done with that. Like they have enough. So like whatever you're doing, like no.
I don't
It's stupid.
Like
you can't like expect no reaction out of someone. What they're gonna be like, okay, haha, that was funny. I love you. Okay, good night.
In that
like
situation,
no.
I would have a conversation with you, tell you that like that's not right. Like I have to work. You're waking me up for a joke when I have more important things to do that I need to get my sleep for.
Yep. But regardless, even if it wasn't work, I'm just saying, like, I think it's rude.
I get what you're saying, but I can be a little bit less mad knowing that I have a free day where I could sleep any other time. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. But I'm a lot more lax than you, so
he also sleeps better, so
yeah, like a baby. So
dang, they already picked it up.
So I don't know. I'll definitely have a conversation. It doesn't really call for breaking up. It kind of talks for a conversation. See where that goes. If you're still playing jokes on me that are like super uncalled for and not needed given whatever circumstances, we got an issue. Mm-hmm. This next one I want to get into because it's interesting. It's a long one, so I'm going to keep it simple. So it's a husband and wife, and her husband is white and she's Middle Eastern.
Okay.
They're having the issue of that the baby is going to, I guess, I don't know how they know or if they had the baby yet. I don't think so. But they're like, the baby may come out looking more like the mom. So the guy wants to have a white name for the kid.
But you don't even know that yet. That's not fair.
So that they're currently having that issue.
It could go either way. There's people like you and me, like we could literally have two different kids. Like one could look white and one could look black. Like you don't ever know.
Well, yeah. And
it could be all over the spectrum.
And that's my next thing where it's like damn. Like you knew, okay, first off, you knew who you were with.
Yeah. No, that's insulting.
You knew it's
insulting to culture too.
What if I want to name my kid Shadell Jr.? You have a problem with it?
No, I mean,
no.
I mean that in the sense I was never big on doing the whole junior thing, but in the past I would have conceded to do it anyway, so I'll continue with that trend.
Let me hit you with a bigger one here. Let me hit you with a black stereotype name like Shaniqua or Tyrone.
I think when it comes to names, period, I just want to like it because there's a lot of quote unquote white names that I just don't like.
Yeah.
Or that, let's be real, I worked in a daycare, I babysat a lot. There's some kids that have ruined names for me that I never want to name my kid because of that. So like for me, I just want to like it. And
this person goes on like, and some people give comments and give like some helpful things saying, hey, maybe you guys should pick like names that I guess are nice in Arabic or Arabic, I think it's pronounced. Arabic. God damn. I'm sorry.
Dang.
Yeah. In English, I guess these names, they both are nice. Right. Either one. So like.
And you could do that too.
So Sarah, Jasmine, Jude, I guess.
Jasmine's a good one.
Lynn.
I feel like.
Lina. It's Lina. Lina.
Nora. Dahlia. Layla. Sabrina.
So I guess some of these names are just.
Sabrine?
I don't know. Some of these names, I guess, are better. Like Sophia. Yeah, a lot of these ones are really good, nice names. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's
offensive.
You know who you got in bed with.
Exactly. Like, really? If you were fine with them, you should be fine with what could come of that. Like, you know, like a child can happen. And sure, I think you just have to agree on a name at the end of the day. Yeah. Like, you do. And maybe you come to the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, not have something completely Middle Eastern and not have something completely quote unquote white.
Yeah.
You blend.
Pretty much.
Listen, you are blending a family.
Oh, you're hitting the nails.
What?
You're hitting the nails on it.
Well,
keep going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like you're blending the two together. That's why I even asked you, like for the wedding, I was like, is there any like Jamaican traditions I'm not thinking of that you want to actually do?
Yeah.
Because it's your wedding too, like I'm like, that's what you have to respect that and like enjoy that together.
Keep the people entertained because the food is right at the door.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Hold it down for me.
Hella fast.
Hold it down for me.
I told you. DoorDash is so much better.
Then we got an outro, so hold it down.
Okay. I'm holding it down, guys. So, yeah. No, listen. Side note. Like, I like DoorDash better than Grubhub for ordering because I think they are quicker. I just don't think it's fair how they pay their people because with Grubhub, I guess they can see like the tip and everything on the screen versus like DoorDash is just like a lump sum. But anyways, so that was hella fast. That was 15 minutes that it took this person to like get the order and come here. Wow, awesome. So yeah. Anyways, that's my thoughts. I am fully aware who I'm with and how that works. And, like I said, you have to blend the families together because if you think about it, when you have a child, it's like that child is a blend of you two. That's why they often look like, in the middle shade range and like, they're going to look up to you and they're going to be like, oh, so like, cause it's the wife that's Arabic, right? So they're going to be like, say they live in the United States, I assume. They're going to be like, so like, where did you come from, mommy? And like, what did you do around the holidays? Yeah. Or like, what games did you play? Or what songs did you sing? Like, that's a completely different world.
Yep.
And you should want to share that with your kid and enjoy that and enjoy it as a whole, like, unit, like it's kind of like when a Christian and Jewish person, like they come together, they're still usually celebrating both Hanukkah and Christmas. They're still, incorporating the lives together. It's a respect thing.
And it's also tough because you're starting out like that because it's like, okay, what else are we going to have issues on that we didn't talk about before? Mm-hmm. Where you have an issue with like... I
think it's insulting culture. The way he's saying it.
Yeah.
I can't tell if he's trying to be or if it's just coming across that way. He could just not know better words to say, hey, I prefer these type of names or whatever, but
yeah. That's a tough one. I don't know.
I think it's stupid when people call them white names though.
Yeah,
when you call anything, it's just like the whole white voice thing.
So stupid. And all the stereotypes like, oh,
sorry that I talk well. Chicken or like watermelon. when did white voice become associated with speaking well?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yo, you hitting nails.
I hit him.
Man, okay. We killed a lot of topics today. I think it's time to wrap this and roll out.
Yeah, we're clearly hungry.
Yeah, we gotta go see.
Our minds are preoccupied.
We gotta go finish When They See Us so we can have an episode for you guys Friday.
We will be back on the podcast in an hour and a half, even though it's not an hour and a half for you. We will be recording in another hour and a half.
We'll see.
We will be.
We'll see you guys.
It's an hour and a half long, and then okay.
We'll see you guys Friday. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Respect the hustle. Respect.
Oh man. As always, guys, if you listen to this on iTunes, please give us a rate review. That would be much.
Come on, we know a few of you loyal listeners love us. Give us a shout there.
If you didn't catch it in the beginning, I'm Shadell, co-host of Paging the Simpsons, joined by my lovely fiance.
Hey, it's Lauren.
And as always, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.
Peace.